JP, Beast.
On the top of my head is Joel Edgerton.
Yeah, I see it. I'm not gonna lie. I would probably get what's his name from Dexter actually to play Beast.
Hey.
Like he's and again he's old, but he's Michael C. Hall just has
Michael
that
C.
like
Hall,
intellectual setup that works for a Beast. I could believe him if he's not.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Could that be the MCU's first blood nut? The first ginger? I'm trying to think. Keep going. I'll think about it.
For Iceman, I was thinking of Colton Haynes, who's in some of those Arrowverse TV series. But who I really like is Tanner Buchanan, who's in Cobra Kai.
This is where I probably would start to change up the game a little bit. There's actually two that I would actually consider. It would be either Kofi Siriboe, and I don't know if you guys ever saw the movie Girls Trip, but he's he's a wildly attractive young up and coming black actor. If John Boyega wasn't so established in Star Wars, I would actually say John Boyega as another Iceman.
Would that be a problem though? Like,
I'm here for problems. But I appreciate because it would make obviously white actor doing it, but it's more of the factor that has an arrogance to him, but it's something that gets tempered with time, and then the movies downplayed him in the worst kind of way. He's far more powerful and far more adept than they ever provided him to be.
We're getting to the king of all the X-Men. We're now getting to the top of the tree. Who would be our Professor X? That's the one we need to talk about. JP, who is your Professor X?
I swear I had this list.
Patrick Stewart. I'm sticking with Patrick Stewart.
Oh, Patrick! You're going to bring back Patrick Stewart
at
the age of 120.
No, Patrick Stewart.
Yes.
You want Patrick Stewart.
The man is Professor X until he dies.
Yes.
Until he dies.
He was born for that role.
For both of you, it doesn't go any further than Patrick Stewart.
No.
The Braytrain is going to come in at this point with an alternative. Not just an alternative for Professor X, but I think it has to be a combination. I'm coming in with an alternative, Professor X and Magneto. Two actors to bounce off each other. And I'm so serious about this, I'm about to put on my glasses. Can I suggest for Professor X that we go for the big guns, right? We just, no more kind of B-grade actors. Let's just go to the top of the food chain in Hollywood. I want Denzel Washington. I want the big man. I want Denzel Washington.
I would feel like I feel like he'd be better as Magneto than he would be as Professor X, but I could see it.
But to have someone like Denzel Washington as Professor X, you need someone as an alternative, someone who carries as much weight and as much star power to go against him for Magneto, right? So as soon as I start thinking, who can be his polar opposite? Who can be against him? And then I thought back to that one of my favorite movies, American Gangster. And I think you've got to have Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe because they are star power. And I just think if you're going to bring the X-Men in, bring in the big guns. Bring in two massive personalities that can clash each other so that we're salivating when we hear their casting. We think, oh my gosh, I want to see Denzel Washington, even if to Gift's point, even to see Denzel Washington as Magneto go against Russell Crowe's Professor X, I'd be up for that.
Yeah, but
I just think that's the kind of thing that people would sit up in their chairs and think, I'm going to go watch that.
But Magneto has to be German, because his whole background was he's one of the Holocaust survivors.
Well, then make it Russell Crowe then. But you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Like versus like.
Well, look. Actually, JP. Actually, it could be anyone. It could be black, gay, gypsy, or Jew.
That is true.
Comes within the same Holocaust. Just the Jewish ones far more, just because of the, I guess, specific mass and numbers. But it could be. It really could be even Africans. More specifically.
Let's remind our friends to please click on the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you know when we have new videos out.
Subscribe.
Subscribe!
Die. Oh, die.